Hello and welcome to this video tutorial hosted by Adam Wignall of Strawberry 7. In this video I'm going to show you how to install Google FileStream. Before you start, you should already have a Google account and know your login information. At our LGFL schools we have linked Google to LGFL, so your username is your LGFL USO, such as awignall3.313, and your password is also your LGFL password. If you're unsure what your login is, you can email support@strawberry7.com and request this information. Let's begin. If you're a Mac user, you should open up a web browser such as Safari or Google Chrome and go to drive.google.com. Here you can sign in. If you're from an LGFL school, you may have been sent a link where you can log in using your LGFL USO. For example, if you're from St Mary's Primary School in Isleworth, then you can go to drive.smi.hounslow.sch.uk and you'll notice that the second half of your username is already filled in for you. Therefore, you only need to enter your LGFL USO here. Once you're logged in, you can click on this settings cog and click on Get Drive File Stream for Mac, which will open up another tab and you should see this link to download and install Drive File Stream. You can click on this, click on Download for Mac, and the installer will start downloading. Once the installer has finished downloading, you can run the installer, which is probably found in your Downloads folder in Finder, and follow the on-screen instructions to install. This shouldn't take very long, but I'll run through it so you can see what it looks like. Click on Continue, Continue. It will say where it's going to install, which in my case it's going to be installed on my hard drive, which I've called Macintosh HD, which is, yes, that's where I do want it to go. Enter your computer admin password, which is the same password that you would have used to log into the computer. Then close. That's finished. We can select Move to Trash because we don't need to keep the installation file. Once finished, a window will probably pop up prompting you to sign in again. However, if it doesn't, we can easily find this by going to Launchpad and finding Google Drive File Stream to open the application. We know that it's open because we will see the icon in the top corner. Now we can just sign in. Right. When you very first sign in, you'll probably get this error message saying that a system extension has been blocked. This is very quick and easy to rectify. All we need to do is click on Open System Preferences. Then click on this cog to allow changes. And then here you should see system software from developer Google.inc was blocked from loading. So we want to say allow. This is basically your computer telling you it's a bit unsure whether you should trust this program or not. So it's letting you make the choice. And we're saying yes, we do want to use it. So once you've clicked on allow, we can just close the cog again, close system preferences, go back up to file stream at the top, click on sign in, and it should pick up your sign-in information which you had already used. You'll know that you're signed in because it will have your name and your login information here, and you'll also notice that the icon for Google Drive has appeared on your desktop, which you can double-click to go straight to your Google Drive. You'll also notice in Finder along the left-hand side there is now a location to Google Drive. This is very similar to iCloud Drive, or if you've ever used Dropbox or other services which are similar. So here you'll see a folder called My Drive, and inside your My Drive you should see all the folders you have access to. If you go back to the web browser where you were logged in, you'll notice My Drive here and My Drive here, they're exactly the same. So this is just a quicker way of accessing the information that you already have over here. You may notice that you've had some folders shared with you, maybe by a colleague or a friend, and they're in this area here called Shared with Me. So I can see that Hounslow Music Service has shared this folder with me. But in Google File Stream, this application, you can only see what's inside your My Drive. So if you want to access a folder that has been shared with you much quicker and easier, you can just select this, right click, and click on Add to My Drive. And that will literally do as it says on the tin, it will add that to your area in My Drive, which also means it will be added over here. You'll need to allow a couple of moments for it to appear there, depending on the size of the file. Here I can see the folder which was shared with me has now appeared within My Drive. You may also notice that on the icon of the folder there's a small picture of a person there, which indicates that it's a shared folder which more than one person has access to. As you make different changes to your documents, if you click on the icon for FileStream up at the top, all the different changes that you make will appear here. You can click on this cog, then go to Preferences, and if you want to sign out or switch accounts, you can either click on the icon to the option to switch accounts or select Disconnect Account. You may want to do this if more than one person has access to the computer that you're using and you have access to sensitive information within Google File Stream. You'll notice that as I clicked Sign Out, Google File Stream disappeared from the desktop. And if we go back to Finder, it's no longer here. So if we want to start using it again, we'll have to sign back in. If you're a Windows user, the process is very similar. To start, open up a web browser such as Google Chrome and go to drive.google.com. Or if you're an LGFL user and have been given a link to follow, you can go there. Once you're at the web page, log in. Once logged in, you can click on this settings cog, then select Get Drive File Stream for Windows, which will open up another tab. Here you can click on Download and Install Drive File Stream. Then, because we're now on the Windows operating system, we want to click on Download for Windows. If you're using Google Chrome, you'll notice that the download will be visible down here in the bottom. You can click on this if you like, and then it will say, and then it will open as soon as the download has finished downloading. Alternatively, you can find the download file in your Downloads folder. Once the download has finished and you've clicked it to open, this window will pop up asking for authorization. We want to click on Yes. Now I want to click on Install. If we want, we can tick this to add an application shortcut to your desktop. That's optional. Once the installation is finished, the sign-in window will appear again. So now we just need to log in with using the same credentials that we used to sign in onto the web browser. Now we can see down here in the system tray, we should see the icon for Drive file stream, so we know that it's running. Now we can click on Open Google Drive folder. To open the Google Drive folder. Here, very similar to within Finder on the Mac operating system, here within File Explorer, there is now a network location for Google Drive file stream. And within there we can see my Drive and also the different folders that we have access to within my Drive. We can also see this folder here, which was the folder which was shared with me, which I added to my Drive. And again, we can see there is an icon on the folder to indicate that it is a shared folder that more than one person has access to. If you right-click on any of the folders, you'll now have some additional little options. Such as if you would like to make the folder available offline. This basically means if you're wanting to access some of the data that you have within your Google Drive and you'd like to use it in an area at a time where you do not have an internet connection, then if you make the folder available offline, then you'll be able to access that folder all the time. You'll notice once a folder has been made available offline, you'll get a small green tick next to it. Otherwise, you'll just have a cloud next to it. This indicates that the folder is actually stored within the cloud, not on your computer, and it's only stored directly on your computer if it has a green tick next to it. We can also look down here in the system tray, and we can click on here to see the name of the account that we're signed in. Any recent changes that we make to documents will appear in this area here. We can also click on the three little dots and go to Preferences. This interface is very similar, if not the same, as it is on the Mac side. However, instead of accessing it from the system tray down here, on the Mac we accessed it from up above. So here we have the option to switch account or disconnect account. So for example, if we're using a shared computer which someone else has access to, and we do not want them to have access to your personal data within Google Drive file stream, we can sign out. And therefore, you'll have to sign back in again before you can start using it again. If you quit Google Drive file stream and are not sure where to find it again, then to find this, we go to Start, and then you may notice right now it's up here under Recently Added, but that's only because I've only just installed it. In the future, once more programs have been installed, this will soon disappear. But it's easy to find. All we need to do is scroll a little bit down under until we get to the letter D, and then we can see this here, Drive file stream, which we can just click on to open. As last time we closed Drive file stream, we had already signed out. It's now prompting me to sign back in again, and we can see that the icon for Drive file stream has reappeared down here in the system tray. Finally, as always, thank you for watching. That concludes this video tutorial. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for more videos you'd like to see, let us know. If you liked this video, please consider leaving us a like and subscribing to our channel for all the latest updates.